Let's do a quick review on the operators that we learned in the previous video. One point that you should have noticed without me mentioning it directly, that you can run commands on the console directly. For example, here I put, for example, 5 percentage 3. It should give me the remainder. Okay, what is the remainder? 2. And here, when you want to run the commands in the console, you don't need to go here for run, just you need to enter. Okay, or if I put 4 equal 4, and if I enter, you see it is true. If I put 3 equal 4, it is false. If I put 3 exclamation mark equal 4, because it says that 3 is not equal to 4, it would be true. But another thing that I want to show you is about the transpose. Transpose, here we have, let's do this transpose max. So I put here max, you see it is this, and after this we have transpose of max, and the result would be this. And if we have transpose of max, it should give us max itself. You see, it works perfectly according to the logics. Okay, try the other commands likewise, but you see, super simple when you have a good understanding of them. Our programming is based on data. That's the reason the programming regarding the data is much easier with R. Okay, here it tells you about a feature in R that you can select out the elements of a matrix or table that satisfy a particular condition. For example, here it shows you mat2. mat2 is this matrix that you see, matrix of size 3 by 2, and here are the elements. But here it shows mat2, as you can see. Okay, we have mat2, that is a matrix. When you open a bracket, it means that you want to select out something. It is not number, it is not column names, it is not true and false, it is a condition. It is a condition. So what is the condition? It says that in mat2, now what is the condition? mat2 greater than 3. mat2 greater than 3 equal to 0. What does it mean? It means that go and check the matrix mat2, and if the elements, if there is an element in mat2, because we are seeing that is greater than 3, make it 0. So what happens? It starts, goes to mat2. mat2 here, is it greater than 3? No, so it is, you see, stay 1. Is it greater than 3? No, so it stays 2. 3, is it greater than 3? No, so it stays 3. 4, is it greater than 3? Yes, so make it 0. 5 and 6, since they are greater than 3, it makes them 0. So you see, you can put some commands on a specific elements of a matrix or table. Okay, let's try that command here. You also try it on your R. Here we have max. Very soon, my friends, not very soon, but soon, we will start working with some sort of real data. Just we first need to finish these basics of R. So after that, you can claim you are fluent with R and you can do the commands. Okay, we have max here. I run it and we get this. Let's put some commands on this to see what will happen. Okay, max is the name of our commands. When I open and close the brackets, it means that I want to select out something. Max and okay, which max? The max that are greater than, for example, greater and equal than 5. Max greater and equal than 5, make them 0. Okay, so you see, I'm not doing it in the programming console on the file. I put it in the console. Okay, so I make it max greater equal than 5 equal greater equal 5 equal to 0. So now I'm printing the new max to see the results. You see, now it is the new one. We have 2 7 since it is greater than 5, it is 0 5 0 0 and 3 and 3. Okay, let's go for another example. Here again we have max. I'm gonna do this max. I open brackets, so it means I want to select out something. So max that is equal to 3. You see, when it comes to equal, you need to put double, because when if you put 1 equal, it would be value transfer. It would be assignment. But for this situation, you need to put double equal. Okay, max equal to that equal. I'm gonna tell it make it 1000. Okay, so you see it is max. I'm saying if you find 3 in this matrix, make it 1000, as you can see. So here I run it and max. Now it is our max. You see, 2 7 5 7, but 3 and 3, since it was in the order, now they are 1000. The last one that we are gonna do with max is another one. We go max, select out, max, remainder on 2 equal 0 equal, for example, 0. Okay, so what did I say here? I said that go for max and the ones who are that are even numbers, because they remainder of dividing by 2 is 0. So now when I get the print of the new max, you see the only even number here is 2, so that's the only number that becomes 0, my friends. Try anything that comes to your mind, implement it, and find yourself more dominant on this useful programming structure. Arithmetic operations in R and in a matrix following an interesting logic. So as you can see and as you can read in this bullet, it says we can add, subtract, multiply, or divide matrices with constants. The result of this operation are also matrices. So it means that you have a matrix, you can add a fixed number to that. You can divide it by a fixed number. You can multiply it by a fixed number. For example, max here, that is a bigger matrix, the size of 3 by 4, as you can see here. If we put max times 2, each element of max is multiplied by 2. So we have 7, that becomes 14. We have 10, that becomes 20. We have 13, that becomes 26. And the last one, 18, that becomes 36. Okay. Now here we call it max 1. Okay. And also we have max. What happens if we put max divided by max 1? So see, when you are dealing with a matrix and a constant number, the logic is as simple as I just described it to you. And if you want to do this thing by a matrix and matrix, the result is the last one. When you put max divided by max 1, what happens here? This element 7 is divided by 14. So the result is 0.5. 10 is divided by 17. So the result is this. 13 is divided by 20. So the result is this. And like this, we continue. And for example, here the last one, 18 over 25. 18 over 25, you get this. As you can see, always it is worth to try it, because when you have two matrices and you want to do some operations that needs element by element processing, you just can try it. And I just showed you how much the logic in R is database, and it helps you to handle. For example, when you have a matrix and you have a number in some other programming language, even it doesn't accept it from you to add something that has type of, for example, matrix that has type of vector, to add it to an integer. It gives you error. But in R, not only it doesn't give you error, it gives you a very logical type of operation. The last thing we do today is this function, that is factor function. Factor function, when you give it a vector, it recognizes, first of all, make them categories. Okay, let me show you. For example, you have this vector. When you factorize this with this command, factor, open parentheses, put the object inside. What is the object? It's a vector. It consider it as a class, category. But here 1.23 cannot be another class. Why? Because here we have 1.23. R can recognize it, and it can be used for classification purposes. So when we have this and when we factorize f, it tells you the levels on 1.23, 5.56, and 7.45. That's it. And as you can see, it recognized the different number of classes. So when you give it 1 million numbers, it can comes up with the different number of classes. Also, when you factorize a vector, the number inside that is not anymore numbers. They are categories. They are labels. For example, like when we do some examples in future, you will understand this better. Just try this factorize with different Examples.